Hi there, my name is Sharon Jarvis, and this is Geometry Honors at JP Stevens High School. So, a little bit about myself. So, I was born and raised in Edison. I went to Woodbrook Elementary School, Woodrow Wilson, and JP Stevens High School. And now I'm a teacher at JP Stevens. I've been teaching geometry for almost 25 years at JP Stevens. Um, so, I sort of know the course inside and out. I taught all levels, average, level one, and the honors level, of course. I graduated from Rutgers University with my undergraduate and graduate degree, and I have three teenage children at home. So during this school year, I just want to tell you a little bit about how the course is gonna go. So typically, a class at JP Stevens, a math class, we start with usually a warm up of sorts. And then there'll be, a learning objective. So the students will know exactly what they'll be learning on a particular day. Um, you know, Coming off of remote learning, this is going to be difficult. Because they're used to sitting at a computer typing and things like that. So now we're going back to a more traditional note-taking approach. So there'll be an objective, a learning objective, and then of course some examples, and then of course homework that night on whatever it is that we're covering during that class period. um, so that homework will be checked from time to time, for completeness, of course, effort and completeness. They should be showing all of their work, writing down every problem, and sort of self assessing as they're going through their homework. That way, they sort of know what kinds of questions they have for the following day. When it comes to assessments, nothing is a pop quiz or a pop test. Everything will be announced. All work must obviously be shown for full credit, and we take academic integrity very seriously. So the students should be doing all of their own work. There shouldn't be any copying from outside sources or from each other. Um, in the event that something like that does occur, administrative action will take place. And I'd hate to see that happen. A little bit about the course. So this is just a list of the things that we'll be covering in geometry. If you'd like to pause the video and read it through, feel free. What I do want to stress about this list is the difference between geometry and algebra. So our geometry course is based in reasoning, whereas our algebra course is based more in algorithms. So algebra, the students are learning a process and they're just repeating that process over and over again. So it's a lot more algorithmic. Once they learn the method and practice it, they get pretty good at it. Geometry is a little bit different. Every problem is different. It's a novel, a new situation. So they sort of have to look at a problem, decide what to do, and then execute correctly. So there's a lot more involved in one geometry problem. Algebra is a bit more repetitive. Geometry, every situation is new to them. Every problem is a new situation that they have to tackle and figure out. So geometry is a bit of a struggle in the beginning for that reason. But once they get a handle on it, they usually come to terms with how to feel success in geometry. In terms of grading and evaluation, so the district gives dictates what percentages we use across the entire math department. So our major assessments will be 45%. Our minor assessments will be 40%. Our extended learning activities, which homework and classwork, that'll be 5%. And quarterlies will be 10%. So at the end of every marking period, the students will take a quarterly, and then all four quarterlies will be averaged to make up that 10%. In terms of major and a minor assessment, major is a test, more like a test. Minor is more like a quiz. Nothing is pop. Everything is announced. They'll have more than enough time to prepare for those assessments. In terms of student responsibilities and expectations, so there's a few bullets here. The first one is very important. I'd like to see the students in my geometry class maintain a healthy balance between academics and life. So if they're going home and they're doing 5 or 6 hours of geometry homework a night, they're probably not achieving that balance, right? So we want them to have a bit of both, some extracurricular activities, meaning clubs and sports and things like that, academics, as well as some social interactions with friends and family, right? So we want to keep that balanced so that we're sort of developing the whole person, not just the academic person. So other than that, you can read through the rest of the bullets on your own if you'd like to pause the video. The fourth bullet I'd like to highlight. So our students are coming off of remote learning. So they're used to being quiet, in some cases silent. So I'd really like to see our students become self advocates. So I'd like them to speak up for themselves, ask for help when they need, um, which during remote I don't think happened very much. So now that we're back in school and things are getting back to what a normal school day would look like, I would like to see them self advocate and ask for help when they need. All right. On this last page is just my contact information. So if you'd like to reach out to me at any time, you can use this email address and I'll get back to you within, a day or so, either by email or by phone. All right. And I think that is it for the presentation. Have a very nice night.